Hey folks, Ryan here with True Arms. Today we're out here test firing and zeroing in a new rifle for a customer. Actually, it's not new to him, but it is new scope on here, so we have to get it zeroed in. This is the CVA Hunter, chambered in 223. CVA has had a lot of backlash over the years because of some incidences back in 1997 where an individual was injured, but that's in the past and they've changed a lot. And I will say one thing, that I had to contact them for a blueprint for this rifle for the exploded parts view, just to make sure that all springs and everything went together correctly in here. Their information about their rifles is very slim. In fact, buying parts for these things is very, very slim. So I was kind of skeptical about it and I wasn't sure how I felt about them. But when I contacted CVA, they were very, very friendly, very professional, and very interested in what we do, and they were more than happy to help. So it was really nice to get full support from the manufacturer of this firearm. So as you can see, it came in and it was a solid black rifle. This one had synthetic stock and it was all black, and the owner wanted to do something. This is his son's firearm, but he wanted to do something with it that was a little bit different, and so I ended up doing cryptic pattern on this, just a 2-color cryptic, did some fading, some gradients and all that stuff, made it look super sharp. Customer is very, very thrilled, and I asked if I could bring it out here, get his scope zeroed in for him, and do some testing with it because I'm really interested. These rifles are very, very good on the price. You're looking at, he paid $175 for this rifle, and it's a single shot. That means it's going to be reliable and pretty accurate. I mean, he's already taken a deer with this thing at 150 yards last year, and when we got the rifle in, there was still blood and stuff in the stippling, so it was a legit kill, and he really enjoys this rifle. It's the perfect size to throw on your back. It's a short little 16-inch barrel. Like I said, it's chambered in 223 only, so no 5.56, no military surplus. This is a 223 only rifle. So today we're out here at 100 yards. I am shooting in the bed of the truck again just because of my back issues, so it's gonna be a little bit different. We're gonna be getting some different camera angles. I'm gonna get this thing zeroed in, then we're gonna film some shooting at 100 yards and then keep pushing back and see how this thing responds and how it groups. Today we're shooting just for some zeroing purposes, some federal. We have some Perfecta as well, and half of this box in here is Hornady custom load, so we're gonna see how it does with your cheap ammo as well as your good ammo, and see how it performs. I'm really curious about this. I'm excited to shoot this, so stay tuned. We're going to get the shooting underway, and we've got some other targets here that we're going to be blowing up. So stay tuned, and we'll see you in a minute. Okay, folks. So shockingly, this gun is dead on. I bore sighted it this morning. Didn't really mess with it though. This thing is knocking the steel plate at 100 yards, just basically resting it on the truck. So I'm pretty impressed with that. Now there are some issues that we need to work out. It's not liking this federal ammo, and it's not liking about half of that Perfecta ammo. We're getting some light hitting, and let's see here, there we go. So it's light hitting, it's light striking. A lot of these are not going off. But the Hornady rounds are firing every single time. So I'm just going to launch a few of them down there so you guys can hear it, and then probably call it a day till I can figure out why this thing is light striking like it is. Overall functionality, very simple, very easy to use, not a whole lot involved. As for accuracy, honestly, this thing is pretty well spot on. So I'm going to launch a couple more down there, flip the camera around so you guys can see what's going on, and hopefully you see what's happening with it. So here we go. I don't know if that's in your guys' field of view or not. Maybe. Of course I would say that. Hit. Hit. Alright, so as you guys can see, or hear at least, that thing is just ringing the target. I mean, it's a good shooter. It really is. The problem is, we got to figure out why it's light firing. Why it's not liking this other ammo. Man, that is a straight shooting rifle. I'm going to throw one of these Perfectas in here, see if it even goes off or not. That one did. Another Perfecta. That's what I'm talking about. So there's some underlying issues there that need to be worked out. Same with Federal. I don't think I've gotten a single Federal round to go off yet. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 rounds left of the Hornadies. So while I'm out here, instead of wasting it, I'm going to go ahead and move back to the edge of the property and see if I can see the target, and we're going to try to take the shot, and it's around 200 yards. So we're going to see what happens. Stay tuned. Okay folks, so we're out here at approximately 200 yards. I can still see the target, amazingly, since I can't see. And like I said, we're going to get the rest of these Hornady rounds. I'm going to try to hit it at 200 consistently. If I can manage to hit it, I've got a couple more targets in here I'm going to set up and run these bad boys through it and see how they do. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Really wish I could figure out why this thing wasn't wanting to fire the other ammo, so it'll be a good time. Zoom in a little bit. Let's see. Obviously a miss. Unless you guys heard it. I did not hear it. Come on, baby. Ah. Hitting the wood behind it. Got 3 shots left. Think I can pull it off? Comment below. Cannot see where that's hitting. Boom, there it is. One last shot. I'll take that. All right, so as you can see, it's a good little shooter, even out to 200 yards. I think we could take it further. Unfortunately, I'm literally right on the edge of the road to our property. On the other side over here, where you can't see past the trees, we will be putting a 300-yard range in there, so hopefully soon we'll have some better videos taking it out to a little bit further range. I still have a couple targets, unfortunately. I don't know if the ammo's going to go off or not. Oh well, we're going to try it anyways. So I'm going to take the truck down to about 25 yards, and we're going to blow up this gallon of water and this old muskmelon that I have. Should be a good time. Stay tuned. So we're walking down to our target here. See what it did. Did that really blow all the way through? It sure did. Okay, so judging by what I can see here, the 223 Hornady rounds blew straight through our target. So, Stacy Bryan, you owe me a new target. Nah, it's all right. It was just a scrap piece. Anyways, those are some pretty heavy hitting rounds. I know a couple of these here were actually, this one here has been painted over, and where's the other one at? Right there. Those are from a 30-30 at 100 yards, but these ones are all fresh from the 223 Remington, and I mean, some of those are hitting super hard, and those three, well, I mean, obviously they're the Hornadys because they're the only thing that's firing in the gun, but you can see we have some of the bullet fragments there, and yeah, I mean, it's just dropping them. It's stopping them like it's supposed to, but we're actually puncturing through these things, and that's pretty crazy. That's real crazy. So we're gonna try to shoot these muskmelon and this gallon of water and see what happens. So, hey folks, Ryan here with True Arms. We're back again doing a part 2 of this CVA Hunter. I think we've got our problems figured out, and instead of shooting 2 separate videos, I'm just reshooting, and we'll put it all in one video. So that's why I have different clothes on, but we think we got the problem figured out here with the light striking. So today we're going to retry these Federal 223 Remington 55 grain full metal jackets. We're at the 100-yard line right now, just making sure that everything is still zeroed and good to go. And then we're going to move it back to 200 yards. I checked the property to see if we could shoot 300, but unfortunately we've got some trees that we need to clear out in order to do that. So let's get started. We're going to take this first shot and make sure that everything works. Here we go. Nothing fancy, just your basic stuff here. So here we go. That one definitely worked. I'm going to zoom in a little here and see if I can see what we're shooting at. Okay, well, let's make some adjustments here. Get that in a second. This is definitely a nice little rifle, man. I really like this one. This is handy dandy, nice and light. Having a hard time seeing. That was a dead ringer in the center, right where I was pointing. Huh. Well, that's disturbing. Let's try a different one. We're just killing that plate down there. It's bad. Looks like some pretty tight little groups here. Unfortunately, I cannot see. Okay, I see what's going on here. Let's try that on for size. So it seems to be running a little bit better. I'm gonna go ahead and jump off here, finish getting this thing sighted in, and then we'll do the 200-yard shooting. So we're back out here at 200 yards. Definitely can see the target. As you can see the road behind me somewhat right there. So this is as furthest as we can get. Like I said, we have a lot more property than this. The problem is we have trees separating everything. So I can pretty much see the other end of our property, and it's like 430 yards that way. But unfortunately, there's a huge tree right in the middle of my shooting path. So if we clear that out, I could take like a 430-yard shot from here. Unfortunately, the tree's there. We can't take it down right now. So we're doing with what we can. On the other side of our property, though, we have a nice long stretch that gives us about 330 yards to shoot. So that's going to be exciting. But for right now, we're just going to do 200 yards until we get that range built. Like I said earlier in the last part of the video, or the earlier part of the video, we're going to make sure this thing's going to shoot okay. We've had only one misfire, but what I didn't mention is when I was shooting my AR, getting it zeroed in, I also had a misfire. So it could possibly just be bad ammunition. So that's the truth. We're going to go ahead, get this thing fired up, so that we can be on our way, go get some lunch, and then I got a dinner date with the wife. So here we go. 200 yards. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Dead on. Planes are coming to get me. Man, that is just driving them in there. This thing is such a joy to shoot. This is a lot more comfortable to shoot than my AR-15. I'll just be completely honest with you. Definitely gonna be reliable. Definitely a nice little shooter. And it'll just sit here all day long and put them in at 200 yards. And like you see in the previous part of the video, that is a 13 inch by 14 inch, 3/8 inch steel target. That's why we're blowing holes through this thing. Definitely going to be investing in some better steel to make our targets. Man, that is just too easy. Way too easy. Awesome. One last shot. Hopefully it's a hit. And then we're going to switch over and check the ballistic drop on our AR just while we're out here. And then we'll be on our way. Oh, got A10s flying over. That's my baby. For those of you that don't know, I am a machinist on the A10. You can hear it, just wait for it. That distinct whine of the TF34 engines on the A10 is just beautiful. All right, so that's a wrap for this guy. This guy is shooting great. Once again, CVA Hunter. This one, 223 only, no military surplus. This thing, brand new, was 175 bucks from Academy. We can get them for you around the same price. Really, really good rifles, and they're fully customizable, as you can tell. You can do pretty much whatever you want to them. So that's a wrap for this guy. This guy works great. I'm gonna jump off here and I'm gonna put this guy down, grab the AR, check the BDC on that, and then we're gonna be out of here. So hope you guys enjoyed the CVA. This is a nice little rifle. I like this thing. Before I forget, better put the caps back on. Get the other one in a second.